Low Legends! In the yellow corner, on the Japanese, we have Reklewt. In the purple corner, on the Incas, we have Grapejuice, also known as Scrappy Coco. This is the Archers bracket. And I love to see the good look, have fun from both players. Now, the map we're on is Langanetti. For those of you who don't know, we have 3 deep sea fish in the middle, some shore fish around the edge that can be milled, but most of the gold on the map is within these 4 little pockets here. And if you want to get to this gold, which is 16.8k per pile, you have to come over and put down a lumber camp and chop through. Now, a couple interesting things to note. These rocky rings around cannot be built on. So if you want to put the TC in here, you actually have to pre-chop it and then delete the lumber camp. Another thing of note, there is no stone in your starting base. The only stone is dotted around the outside of the map. It is quite annoying to gather unless you are Georgians or Armenians. Now, what I would love to see out of these 2 players is Reklewt on the Japanese. We've seen a lot of archer rushes from the Japanese, but I think maybe this is for those cheaper buildings, those cheaper fishing ships, to be able to have dot control in the middle and get that little bit of fast extra food. From Grapejuice on the Incas, Incas is not actually a civ that I've seen much of in this tournament. I think maybe once I've seen them. So we're not going to have any cavalry play, nothing like that. But we should see maybe archers. We could see eagle warriors. Lots of options there. What are you thinking going in this game, Mollusk?
It's first of all, I find the matchup very fascinating. Japanese against Incas. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because how I'm playing the game. But in the lower elos, like under 1200, normally we see a lot of cav play because it's just smooth and easy most of the time. And here, both of these civs don't really have cav. I mean, Incas just don't get it at all. Japanese cav are not good. And so it's interesting how these players are thinking. I guess Japanese is just a comfort civ. Maybe he's also an avid Spirit of the Law watcher. I know that Sotel likes Japanese. And Incas, they have reduced cost on their food cost on the units, so
yes.
Also a little bit smoother to play. So it's hard for me to get a clear favorite here, actually, just due to the Civ match. And the second question for me is any one of them going to the middle? So far, it doesn't look like this. Water is kind of scary, so let's just ignore it. Also, by the way, take a look at Reklewt's base. It looks like he has some. Zoom a little bit out. It looks like, I mean, it doesn't matter in Age of Empires, and actually it's more like a disadvantage. But it looks like he is safe behind some mountains there.
Yeah, I will say
there's a mountain ring around his base.
If this doesn't get walled, Grapejuice could have a nice little spot for a castle drop here. One thing I will note that I always like to talk about on this map is where the first lumber camp goes. We see for Reklewt, this lumber camp's going on the safe back wall. You can wall that in if you want to, but in exchange, you're going to be later to your extra gold. Alternatively, Scrappy Coco, aka Grapejuice, has come forward, dropped that lumber camp on that front gold, has sort of gone for the less safe play because you can't really wall behind this till you've chopped out. Now, I think this says a lot about a player. You asked about the middle. Because of this lumber camp, I assumed Grapejuice was going to go to the middle. He went forward with the lumber camp. He's not going to be afraid to go forward for the fish. I doubt we'll see a dock, but he's taking that shore fish, which is a lot of fast fish that can help not only boost your speed to the next stage, but also prevent farming for a while you get all these berry bushes out of here.
Yes. And also interesting, I mean, it's the neutral map. but for me it already looks like Grapejuice is much better prepared. I think the lumber camp on the back is just not as good. I'm not even sure it's more safe because, well, okay, here actually his TC is nicely located. But for example, look at Grapejuice base. The way is exactly the same from the gold to his TC and from his TC to the woodline. So both are up to feudal age, but do you already spot the big difference between those players?
I think the biggest thing to note right now is the 2.5 minutes of idle TC time from Reklewt and only 8 seconds from Scrappy Coco in the Archer's bracket. Now, I'll remind you guys, Archer's bracket is low elo legends, and the fact that we have only seen 8 seconds of idle time 10 minutes into the game, that is phenomenal to see, and it bodes well for Grapejuice's performance going forward.
Also, he's going for a militia, building a second one, so this really looks like a planned build. He has something 2 villagers on gold. That is normally the man-at-arms build. I'm very curious if we see a man-at-arms build from someone with, how much is it? 800, 700 elos here.
Yeah.
3 villagers, 3 men-at-arms now going forward. I don't think he has seen the opponent's base, but I mean the CC positions are clear in this. They are not fixed, but they are quite clear. So he knows where to go.
One thing that doesn't bother me but kind of confuses me, we see Reklewt building a lot of his buildings within the range of his TC. Do you think that that's just a speed and efficiency thing? Do you think that maybe he's thinking, all right, I'm not really going to put farms here. I can just put my buildings here and it's not going to cause an issue. We see Vils coming forward for Grapejuice. 2 watchtowers dropped. 3 militia are up, but he's not got... Ooh, this is 3 militia against 3 men-at-arms.
Also, he's running into Japanese men-at-arms.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, he's not microing. Reklewt's not microing. He was able to chip down one of those men-at-arms, but a third one comes out just in time to help defend.
These militias are going to die, and then the Wills are probably also going to die. In the last game I casted, one of the players was much better with economy, and I pointed out at the beginning they are the same bracket, so the other player will have something to go for them.
This was a bad fight for
I think that's what we see here too. Reklewt just handled his military better. I mean, okay, now he should go forward. Go forward. There are like 5 wills you can disrupt.
One thing I will say...
you don't have to go forward.
One thing I'll say is Grapejuice could have waited till Men-at-Arms came in there. He chose to fight before it came in. He could have kept running, could have kept stalling, and then had 3 Men-at-Arms against 3 Japanese Men-at-Arms. It at least would have been so he could do a little more damage, but he just kind of threw away his army. He doesn't finish the mill, instead sends Vils forward to finish that watchtower.
Exactly, he distracted the Reklewt's men-at-arms. I just don't think he expected his opponents to be already on military. Okay, now 2 towers are finishing. The second one is deleted. I mean, this tower is okay. It denies denies farms. It denies berry bushes. So actually, I like this tower very much.
Yes, a lot of people say
with a tower rush.
A lot of people say if you're going to do a tower rush, if you're going to do a dungeon rush, you need to think about what you're denying, and berries is always the first thing that comes to mind. Now, this is a lot of Vils for Grapejuice. We're going to see a contesting tower from Reklewt try and go up here, but we're going to see Grapejuice's tower go up. We're going to see a Men-at-Arms go down. No, we stopped building the watchtower in favor of Vil fighting the Men-at-Arms, which means we could see Reklewt's tower go up first. It's going to be close. Okay, they go up at the same time. Vils are in. A Vil goes down. 2 Vils go down.
1 minute arms remaining from Grapejuice. I haven't seen this. And so if he just kept hitting this tower, it will go down.
He could have just tickled it. There's no murder holes. He could have just sat under there and auto-attacked it to death.
Okay, both are also trying with their economy, still producing wills, so that's not bad.
I definitely I definitely think Grapejuice is the more aggressive player. We saw a forward lumber camp into forward mill into forward-ish barracks into forward market. The most devastating thing you can see for a low elo player is a market in your face. Now we are going to see full commitment to this tower rush. One thing I would have loved to see was maybe a tower on the hill back here to defend this forward position. Uh, Whenever I do
Yeah,
dungeon rushes, I always drop a dungeon a little bit back from where I want to contest. That way, anything that tries to come in and stop any Vil rush, anything like that, is going to get punished. And these Japanese men-at-arms are trying. Ooh, if he had just sent them on the other side, maybe. But it's fully
maybe.
covered
But,
here.
but the main problem is here actually now you have 3 towers, but they are not doing a lot. I mean, the first tower was
I mean, we're
brilliant,
still
was
seeing
at
Vils
least
go
good.
down.
But yeah, that's right. But I mean, this could have been easily prevented. This Imagine this tower's going to the other side, to the gold.
True. Very
Reklewt
true.
with sub. Okay, not supplies. He cancelled it. I would have liked some more men-at-arms from Grapejuice. Rush down this tower. Defend against the Japanese men-at-arms. Well, I guess he doesn't. He has 17 on gold, by the way. But he has a
uh,
market.
17 on gold and a market for the Inca player. I've just been told that I'm a problematic player for being a dungeon rusher. That's fine. I'm proud of my Sicilian. What's the word? Menace. I'm a Sicilian menace on the ladder. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's fine. If someone says you are Sicilian Menace, I just pull up the gain against Mighty Grapejuice. Mighty Grapejuice By the way,
uh,
this tower, it's just placed there, right?
yeah,
It's not hit. Ah, okay, no. There
correct,
was one tower placed by Grapejuice in front of the gold, or
correct.
on back of the gold, but he has deleted it now, so getting better wood and stone.
Something to
And
note: no blacksmith and no fletching for Grapejuice with this tower rush.
also Reklewt up to Castle Age. What the heck?
Oh
How did this
wow.
happen?
Reklewt's up to Castle Age despite having towers in his face, despite losing Vills still to the watchtowers. Oh my goodness. It is 10
I
to
mean
6
the
eco KD.
I mean
And
the will difference is massive now. 18 to 34.
well, it seemed well we've clicked Castle Age, so we're not producing Vills. Grapejuice
Yeah,
has
it's
been
still.
producing Vills this whole time. It's 741 to 336 idle TC time. So still less than half idle TC time from Grapejuice, but somewhere in these fights, somewhere in these tower rushes, he did forget to produce. Now, we finally see the
Yeah.
blacksmith go down, and Castle Age is clicked for Grapejuice. Still no blacksmith text for the Inca player. Something to note, an Inca Tower Rush can be a little bit stronger if you get those blacksmith techs in Castle Age because of the fact that blacksmith techs affect Incan villagers, meaning any sort of Vil fighting, maybe even anything you have to do with the men-at-arms. Your Vils are going to hold up a little bit better as long as you get those techs in. Now, from this
Yeah, yeah.
position, I do prefer Grapejuice. He's going up with 34 eco units compared to 18. He's got a lot more resources that he's collected. There's currently 5.8 to 6.5k resources collected in favor of the Tower Rusher.
Definitely. Also, he's getting now armor
Mhm.
for his villagers mainly, I guess, and later on
Yes.
also for his army. So what are they continuing with? Reklewt doesn't have a stable, but he has to care about his towers because his towers are sitting in front of his base and are just checkmating him at the moment. He cannot go out without taking damage. What is this? Ah, it's an archery range. That's good.
Okay,
I
so
like this
yeah, this
archery
is
range.
this is exactly what I thought we'd see from the Inca player. I thought that we would see archers into slingers, because I was expecting archers from the Japanese player, but it seems like we're going to see Japanese infantry if the man at arms are anything to go off of. And we do still have 2 men at arms on the field for Reklewt. Immediately we see Fletching come in Castle Age. I want to see if we're going to see crossbow, bodkin, and another archery range for maybe some crossbow deathball action. Now, I love this from Reklewt. He knows he's behind. He knows he's lost villagers to the towers. He knows that he clicked up first, so he's had less vills. He's going to go for 2 TCs. Now, my only concern is we haven't really seen him be able to constantly produce from 1 TC, so I'm not sure
Well,
what the second TC is going to add.
he's producing now again, so he's remembering. Up to 21 bills, while okay, we lost 1 bill there.
Yeah, we
While,
lost 2 men-at-arms there from those towers.
Those are the men at arms. Okay, I think that's fine.
And it is going to be Eagles and Slingers, which is kind of what I thought we were going to see. I'm not certain. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Slingers are like skirmishers, right? They have anti...
No. They have anti... they are an anti... how's it called? Infantry unit. They have bonus against infantry. So they work a little bit like a hand cannoneer.
Interesting. And what's the cost on a Slinger?
I never know costs. I just build things.
No worries. I'm sure one of our resident experts in chat can
I
let us
think
know.
it's similar to an archer.
Okay.
Maybe with more food. I don't know.
Okay, so it's
by the
maybe
way,
a food.
Reklewt didn't have loom all the time.
Wow, no wonder. I was trying to figure out why he was losing vills over here to those towers. It's all because
they down really fast.
yeah, they were going down really fast. Wow, no loom till Castle Age. We're 27 minutes in, 27-minute loom. I think that beats the previous record. I think one of our first games we cast, somebody had a 21-minute loom. So new record for latest loom time goes to Reklewt, at least on our streams here. Now, I really like what Grapejuice has got going on. I'd love to see him delete both of these and just drop a TC. He's already streaming vills from home. He doesn't really have any eco at home. I'd love to see just a TC put there for a little bit of protection, and we can just produce the vills there instead of having that active idle time of walking all the way from our home TC.
Also a second lumber camp on the wood line. I would like. He just spent a lot of wood.
Yeah, a lot of wood just got
also,
spent.
he's building a what is it? Is it a castle? Yeah, castle drop.
Castle drop
don't think
on 2
this...
TCs.
Maybe a third one.
Yeah.
What I really like about both players, okay, wrong time to say it, but Grapejuice is producing wills all the time, and actually for this bracket, on a good rate. He's already up to 44 wills. I've seen a spearman bracket or something like this, where it was not nearly as much. So I like this, and this castle drop is very good. Between 2 TCs, taking out both TCs, and it will go up. It's enough wills that it will go up. I'm pretty sure this game will be over soon.
Now, I will say,
honest,
this is kind of unsatisfying or insatisfying. I'm not sure which it is. This castle didn't go on any of these forward hills that we talked about earlier. It went between 2 of the hills. So I don't think that's going to be a problem, though, as the GG is called. 17 vills on the map for Reklewt, 1 man-at-arms, and a castle on 2 TCs. Very well played from Grapejuice. Let's just look. I think you can tell a lot about this game by the way the buildings are built. All of Reklewt's buildings, except for 1 TC, are built behind the line of his initial TC. This watchtower is even on the line of his initial TC. 1 building was built behind Grapejuice's TC. Everything else is moving forward. You can literally see his buildings show his brain where it's at. He wants to get forward. He wants to get those towers down. He wants the wood in the front, the mill in the front. He wants to be able to mine that gold. It's literally just, it's the perfect picture of how this game went. Grapejuice came forward, Reklewt stayed at home, and that determined this game. Any thoughts?
I think it's just much better preparation by Grapejuice. Also, look at the, you already pointed out the mills. He knew about the box turtles, that they are a good food source. He hasn't used the deep fish, but whatever. And attacking on this level, I think, is a very good idea, because if you attack, you are disrupting your opponent's economy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you attack, you're disrupting your opponent's economy. But normally that's kind of balanced because it's easier to manage your economy if you are if you have to defend and manage your economy on the same screen. While if you attack, you have to go back and forth, back and forth. But on this level, your economy is anyway not that well managed. So these small inefficiencies don't matter. And yeah, Reklewt, though he used his man-at-arms very good at the beginning, was simply destroyed afterwards. I think the defining moment was actually when Grapejuice, I'm not sure if if it was intentional or not, draw away the man-at-arms, the 4 men-at-arms with his 1 or 2, and let his villagers build the both of the forward towers. Yeah, here we
Yeah.
see the good defense, and here those men arms are dead, and now he should just send them forward and kill a little bit, or just disrupt. He's going back.
This is what
Grapejuice
you're
coming
talking about.
forward. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And he's just walking by, and then fighting a little bit, and then here he just sees Grapejuice man at arms and
This
is
is
attacking it.
This is such a beautiful play from Grapejuice. He sees the just passing. Rather than alerting Reklewt to the fact that Vils are there, he says, he's not looking here. He's not attacking. Where is his eyes? They're not right here? Okay, if his eyes aren't here, I'm going to get in front of his face. And we see him immediately, I'm going to say not even 4 seconds after these men-at-arms pass, those Vils are clicked forward.
Yeah, you're right. It was probably intentional. I didn't
The
think
men
about
at
this.
arms are still here, and he's clicking forward.
Yeah. I think he was attacking them, and then he changed his mind
Yes,
when he noticed
he
that they are just
tasked off
passing.
of them. Wow,
Yeah.
that is a great play from Grapejuice. Definitely a MVP moment. And then you see him task on these men at arms. This is great. Grapejuice is like, okay, I can't
Yeah.
fight this. I'm gonna go forward. And now he's bringing all the Vils. This is so smart.
And Reklewt probably thinking, yeah, I killed his army, and then he notices,
And then there's a tower in his face with how many Vils? 9 Vils. Excuse me. Wow. Well played from Grapejuice there. Another couple, a couple other things I want to point out. 25-6 eco KD. So despite the fact that the first tower rush failed and we saw a complete wipe from Grapejuice's forward position, still less eco losses than what Reklewt ended up taking between the towers and the castle there at the end. Well played from Scrappy Coco. Let's go ahead and jump into game 2.
5 seconds, but you can start the game.
No worries. If you're wondering, oh no, there's an ad break. Okay, we're gonna wait.
Okay, I am back.
Alrighty, we are gonna wait 30 seconds until this ad break that I didn't know was happening finishes. Because I've got 2 subs. One of them's not in the chat, and the other one's Lore. So Lore's probably the only one who can hear us right now, which is really funny. This is his own private little 30-second cast here. They're getting Spanish ads. Wow.
Okay.
Alrighty, and everybody's back. Yay, welcome back. Didn't know that was going on. Anytime I see that, if we're about to start something or if we're in the middle of something, I will try to delay. Also, I don't know if there's a way I can prevent that from happening in the middle of a game. So if it does happen in the middle of a game, I'll probably just pause the cast, waffle on about something, and then bring it back because I don't want anybody to miss any of the action. Okay, so into game 2 we go. We are on my favorite map in the map pool, Hairy Butt Cheeks. No, wait, that's not right. Fractal. We have Reklewt in the blue, on the Celts. Now, we've seen the Celts picked a couple times on this map. We have yet to see just a raw Woad Raiders and Siege push, but we have seen the Celt infantry. We've seen the Celt cavalry. I don't think we've seen the Celt archery, but it'd be interesting to see what Reklewt does. And then we have Grapejuice AKA Scrappy Coco in the purple on the Burgundians. Now, the Burgundians is not actually a civ I've seen on Fractal yet, so if I had to pick going into this, I'd probably pick the Celts if we hadn't seen such a dominating performance from Grapejuice in the first game. What are you thinking coming into this, Mollusk?
Burgundians against Celts. Okay, right off the bat, I think both are. I think both will probably just ignore water. But maybe not. Let's see. I mean, Burgundians have good stable units, or at least cheap stable units. But the Celts have good counters with their infantry. Is this scout going to die?
No. This is the low elo bracket. I don't even think we're gonna see a garrison here. Wow, he's trying to last hit the elephant. Wow. What a ballsy play from Reklewt. He tried to last hit the elephant. Wow.
That was really funny.
I was not expecting. I was like, he's going to try and kill a Vil before Loom comes in. Loom's already in for Grapejuice. Wow. I thought.
He picked it up very early.
Wow. Okay. Interesting choice there from Reklewt to click the elephant and not a villager. But we don't see the villagers garrisoned until the elephant is taken down. Kind of a big brain play from Grapejuice because you really don't want to accidentally shoot that elephant with your TC. Now, we see the elephant come in for Reklewt now just a little bit later, but a decent timing nonetheless, so we're not going to see any laming or anything like that. Warpaul, thank you for the subscriber and welcome to the founder team. You are one of the founders of my Twitch stream now. So that is a badge of honor. Wear it well, and I hope you enjoy your crown in chat. If he had last hit that elephant, I would have literally said Reklewt wins the set. I don't care if he loses every game. I don't care if he goes 0-2. That would have been the play of the entire tourney for me. Hitting that elephant.
That would have definitely been a highlight.
For sure. We'd be sending that everywhere. Big plays, Kaiba says. Yeah, big plays. Now, one thing I like, unlike last game, Reklewt's building his buildings in front of his TC, maybe trying to get a bit of a wall going, so that is a little bit encouraging. Grapejuice kind of going for the willy-nilly strategy, but that's okay, because I think we are going to see a similar vein as last game, where we saw Grapejuice be the aggressor.
Yeah, also he's pushing in deer.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't even push in deer. Wow.
I mean, he could have pushed them a little bit further, but whatever. And he's getting double bit X, so he knows his Civ.
Wow, yeah, double bit X and Dark Age. What I would have loved to see more, though, is I would have loved to see Feudal Age clicked and then double bit X clicked on the way up to Feudal.
You're right. I would have also. Okay, Reklewt also pushing in deer.
Wow, these guys are better than me. What are?
Okay, listen. Reklewt's scout was next to Grapejuice's scout when he pushed in deer. Do you think he has seen this and thought, I can do this too?
Oh my goodness, did Reklewt literally learn to push deer by watching Grapejuice do it? I don't want to take away anything from Reklewt, but that would be so amazing. Imagine the adaptiveness as a player to go, oh, that's a thing I can do. See your opponent do it and then do it at home? Like, I don't know if that's what happened, but if it is, Reklewt, you've got a big career ahead of you with that level of adaptation. Wow. No mills on deer, so I feel a little disappointed. Nobody's taking...
For his big career, he still have to fix one thing.
2 minutes of idle TC time?
Idle TC time, yeah. But okay, at least he's up to Feudal Age, but Grapejuice will follow in a second, and he has more wills, and he has double bit X.
Yeah.
So there will be Actually, at the moment, there are more resources for Grapejuice, but maybe that's just due to the hunt coming in.
I
Dark Age is
think
a little bit inconsistent.
I think it could be the hunt coming in, but it could also be that it's a combination of things, right? You've got grape juice with more vills, an eco upgrade, a better timings on both the elephant and the hunt. It's just all these little advantages at this level stack up so quickly, and we already see that in the efficiency of. Well, no, Reklewt's actually showing more efficiency. Interesting. So Reklewt has more eco, or sorry, more res collected.
If you have less vills, they can be more efficient. No, villager efficiency, especially at the beginning, I'm not sure. Okay, and he's going for man-at-arms again for a drush.
You know, I'm not
Okay.
surprised by this. At these levels, you know, going 3 men-at-arms with Japanese is super strong. Going men-at-arms with Celts is super strong. He picked infantry civs, and he's making infantry, so I don't dislike that. And a Vil goes down!
Oh, really? Yeah, really. He killed a Vil there. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, because again,
Loom wasn't in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's in. Now the scout is a little bit weak. And well, Reklewt is in feudal age, so he could kill the scout with his scout.
Yeah, he's in feudal age, not to mention he has men-at-arms coming in. Now, if I'm Reklewt, I'm going, wow, my opponent's still not in feudal. Let me walk forward with these faster-moving infantry, and he's getting supplies after getting the men-at-arms. Supplies, as our favorite small streamer T90 would say. He's
actually fine. You have to get supplies afterwards. At the beginning, it's too costly. But listen, guys, if you make a drush and you're making men-at-arms, go forward.
For real.
Go forward, and if the men and the right moment to hit is when you are forward, and then you are getting men-at-arms. That's that will is not that efficient, I would say.
Bergwin, my main point was that if you're gonna do infantry, play an infantry civ. Not that men-at-arms is a good strat, more just that if that's what he's gonna do anyways, I prefer it on Japanese or Celts. Men-at-arms coming forward now finally. He does keep waiting until he has 4. Now, interesting to know.
Not attacking the scout.
Yeah, wow. Wow! One Vil goes down.
I think a second one.
2 Vils go down. Wow! He lost 2 Vils there. What?
But he also
what
killed
a
a scout
fight! Golly!
But, that also 3 minutes of TC idle time.
Now, Reklewt may be afraid of a tower rush is going to tower at home.
Yeah, probably, but this tower is just bad. I mean,
if I'm going to drop a tower, it's going to be between my stone and my gold. Or even get fletching, drop it here, cover all 3.
Yeah. And now also Grapejuice is towering.
The tale of 2 towers.
Because basically... well, the 2 towers...
Doc for Grapejuice. At home.
Dog for Grapejuice. Okay, nice. Okay, basically he's protecting his only economy at the moment.
Yeah, he is gonna. I wonder. You know, one thing I'll say about Grapejuice is he's used the market quite a bit already in this series. For a low elo player to be so comfortable using the market is kind of rare to see. We have the Lord of the Rings at home. Lord of the Rings at home. Oh my goodness.
Grapejuice are walling the stone walls there.
Wow, stone walls in the back.
This will keep him safe against an attack that doesn't come. So, okay.
We love defending against nothing. Budget Flemish Revolution. Yeah, he really did just fight with all his bills. He said, you know what? If you're going to come forward with your military, I'm just going to sacrifice a couple bills. Now, I do like the men-at-arms on the mill. You know, that mill's doing a lot of work for Grapejuice right now. So I'm glad that Reklewt is getting it taken out while he still can.
Yeah.
Walls going up.
There? Just houses. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks a little bit like they don't want to fight right now. Just want to continue. Four men-at-arms now. They could take out some villagers.
He keeps waiting
even
for
against
4 men-at-arms. One Vil goes down.
one goes down. Second
Two
one will
will
go
go
down.
down. Will we
Maybe
see
a
the
third
third?
one.
What I would have much preferred in this situation is Reklewt right-click that tower with the men-at-arms. They have just enough armor, I think, that they can get under the tower without losing one. If the Vils fight, then you can be surrounding the tower and keep them from garrisoning. But you can also fight under that tower without taking those tower shots. So I would have preferred to see him go for the tower there, but he does get a couple of Vil picks, and it is 4-1 on the Eco KD. Now let's go back to our most important stats: res collected and idle TC. We have even res collected within like 20 of each other. That is amazing to see. But we see 3 minutes of idle TC time for Grapejuice and 5.5 minutes coming in now for Reklewt. So still
Also,
2 minutes ahead.
Also, we have 3 fishing ships for Grapejuice, and he can soon click up to Castle H.
Wow.
When his buildings will be finished.
Very true. Castle H has been clicked. I wonder what we're gonna see. I wonder what we're gonna see from Grapejuice. Are we gonna see Constellaire? Are we gonna see a castle drop? Are we gonna see just knights? Like
maybe we see Constellaire. We have 8 on stone, so this looks like a castle drop.
And may I say, Grapejuice, you've got some nice castle drop positions.
Yeah.
You could drop it here. You could drop it here. Honestly, you could drop it here, and I wouldn't be mad. If it's not in range of the TC, I think that it's a bad position here, simply because Reklewt's not fully walled.
I think I would just drop it under the tower.
Under the tower?
Yeah, on the right side of the tower.
Right
then it
here?
reaches the stone and reaches the gold. And it denies any forward movement.
Yes, I do think a castle maybe here or even here does more. If you castle here, it makes it awkward to go to the back line, plus you're denying these resources, and you take out all of this back eco. You could, if you drop it here, you could range this wood line, you're ranging your TC. This, in the long run, is not the end-all be-all of the game, but villager production and safe farms is, especially at this level.
Maybe, yeah.
A castle here does a lot. A castle here ends the game. A castle here ends the game.
Yeah. Maybe, I think you're right, yeah. But he has to go around. So now he reaches Castle H. Let's see. 2 knights on the way.
2 knights on the way. Double stable for Grapejuice. No.
Also Reklewt still going for men-at-arms, but those men-at-arms are not strong against knights.
No, if I'm Reklewt, and I have seen the stables, which I haven't, I'm tech switching into pikemen. Pikemen are still infantry. They still get the faster speed, if I'm not mistaken. So they're actually pretty good against... Oh, he already has pikemen? No, he's not in Castle Age. Weird. I don't know why it's showing like that.
No, Hyperdeer just says what's the end position, I think.
Okay, interesting. I thought it showed what they were on.
And the points is basically, he's fighting under the tower.
Yeah, he fought under the tower, and these are +1 attack knights versus, well, it hasn't come in yet. These knights could end the game, and with a castle drop, I think they will. A castle? A panic castle at home for Reklewt. But, okay, we're going to see the castle there. Man, I'd love to... Yeah. I don't like that. Come forward. Be more aggressive.
He's rethinking. Okay,
he moved it 1 tile forward.
Yeah, that's just denying the...
man.
Just denying the gold.
I don't even think that ranges the TC.
Yeah, he needs glitching.
He needs glitching, yeah. I guess his thought is, I don't want to be within range of his castle, but if you drop it here, you do so much more work, in my opinion.
What are those villagers doing? What are the blue villagers doing there?
What are the blue villagers doing? Obviously, they're Vil rushing the castle. Aren't you aware of the famous Celtic Vil rush of 2024? Spearmen coming out now, but the castle goes up. We're gonna see Vils jump in. Okay, Vils jump in. Knights on the back line.
Oh, he vaulted out. Nice play. By Reklewt. But
Vils. Ooh, I don't like this. This makes me uncomfortable. Wow.
Wait, I think that's
World Raiders, Pogo. Can we get Pogos in chat for the one Road Raider that came out and died within 10 seconds of being alive? Oh my goodness! Another one. Another one
think
bites the dust.
I think that's basically the idea of War Traders.
Come out, die a glorious death.
He wants to drop another castle, right? He already dropped, and
Wow!
that's the castle you wanted to see.
That's the castle I wanted to see. Let's go. Wow, wow, wow. I did not see a second castle going. I wasn't paying enough attention to the res. And we do see now a little bit under 1,000k extra resources for Grapejuice. He's still got half the idle TC time. And I think that idle TC time is only going to go up with 2 castles and Fadus. We see Pogo coming forward now. Pogo's,
Yeah.
he's dancing. He's dancing. He's not going to hit anything. He gets 1 hit off and dies. Wow.
3 knights and villagers win the game.
Yeah, 3. Well, I think it was 4 knights at one point. I think one went down somewhere.
Right. It was. Yeah, but losers are not going to be remembered.
And the GG is called.
It's good.
Wow. Okay, so a little less aggression from Grapejuice this game. We even saw stone walls at home. We saw a tower at home. I think there were 3 key things Reklewt needed to do to be able to stay in this game longer. The first thing is, if we're going to wall, we need to wall. We need to get a couple more houses in here. We need to keep this from ever coming up. Secondly, we need to scout our opponent. Still at this point, there are knights in our faces, and we have no idea that he has stables. You have faster infantry as the Celts, and someone said this on day 1 of the tourney. If you're not going to make scouts, if you're not going to build a stable and you lose your scout, scout with the spearmen. Spearmen don't move as quickly as a scout, but they have decent vision. They move decently fast, and a scout, a Celt spearman is going to do just as well, especially on a Socotra like this. So I would have loved to see a spearman just come out, see what's going on, see these stables, and then we can see castle come in, pikemen come in, and we could have possibly cleaned up those knights, prevented this castle from ever going up, and pushed back with Celt Siege. Now, what I really liked from Grapejuice is when the men-at-arms came forward, he didn't panic. He didn't say, oh my goodness, there's military in my face. He didn't say, oh, I need to send everything back to the TC and click the town bell. He said, nah. And he right-clicked his entire Vil army on those men-at-arms. And I think he lost 2 Vils to that and killed 4 men-at-arms with only Vils. And I think there was a militia there, but I don't think he did anything but supervise. The 2 towers going up was just so funny. They went up almost identically. I don't know if each person scouted it, but wow.
Also look at the range. They are just basically touching the range.
They are literally perfectly placed to be the tale of 2 towers. Well played in this first set from Grapejuice. Any comments coming out of this series going into the second Scrappy Coco series? We're about to cast the same player again. I wonder if we're going to see more Castle H into Castle drops. What are you thinking?
Well, I obviously likes it. I think Reklewt had a very good shot in the second game.
Yes.
If he just kept attacking with his men-at-arms.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight you were talking about, the 4 men-at-arms, he just had 2 more on the way. Maybe this was a moment where he could have just waited for those 2 to come, and 6 men against men-at-arms against those would have been a little bit of a larger problem. Yeah, after the towers were up, actually.
You're talking about when he was fighting under the tower?
Yeah, exactly. After the mill went down, and now he's attacking here with those 3 men-at-arms, while
I really, really wanted to see him, like, I think you made the point, he needed a couple more men-at-arms here, but I really want him to click this tower. Like I said, there's plenty of room under this tower. You can get men-at-arms under there. They've got enough pierce armor. If he gets under there with 6 men-at-arms, the Vils can't kill him because the men-at-arms can defend themselves, and then the tower can't shoot him, and this tower goes down for certain, I think. What a silly sentence. For certain, I think. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you there, though. Where does he actually go in on the Vils? Wow, he waits a long time to go in on those Vils.
Yeah, but now, after waiting so long, he could have waited a little bit longer until those 2 additional men-at-arms are ready.
Yeah, for sure.
And then 6 men-at-arms this would have been another story, I guess.
I definitely think there would have just been more Vil kills, at least. And then
Yeah.
he loses 4 minute arms, but these 2 minute arms are just standing here. I know that they just got produced, but maybe if we're gonna take a fight like this and we're already producing, just forward produce them, get those extra minute arms in there, something like that. But
Yeah.
well played by both of our competitors here.